I roll. Why? Is it against the law? I
don't really know why I say it. Hi. Hello.
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 Okay, ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Why do Southerners say y'all? Well,
It's easier.
It's like you all really fast. Y'all. You all, you know what I mean?
So y'all, I think, is kind of an all-encompassing, almost term of endearment.
I think it's more personable instead of just you.
It's our thing. Like, I think that's what people associate with Southerners, so we just gotta keep it going.
You can determine how many people someone is talking to, because if it's one person, it's you. If it's 2 to 4 people, it's y'all. And if it's over 5 people, it's all y'all.
And in essay writing. It is only okay in essay writing in the South. I'm joking. It's not okay.
when I hear y'all, I'm at home. I take my shoes off and cross my legs. Ask for where that chicken at, okay?
What's the fastest way to spot a northerner?
They don't stretch out their vowels. It's more of a deliberate, really quick, you can't really understand. It's really, really fast. They talk like really good.
If you hear someone say both with an L, they are not from the South.
Room. They say room. Some of them say room like room, and it's not room. It's room.
When they want unsweet tea. What is that? That comes from the pit of hell. Unsweet tea? You can never sweeten it. And everywhere you go up north, as soon as you cross the line, we don't have sweet tea. Why? Is it against the law?
Probably they're bad driving. I feel like northerners drive a little faster than us southerners. Complaining about the heat. That's how I spot anybody. They're like, oh my God, it's so hot, it's so humid. And I'm like, it's only 90. What did you expect?
Why do Southerners buy milk and bread when it snows? Because we ain't never seen no snow.
I have no clue. Why not like bottled water or ranch dressing? I don't know.
Because we can whip up anything out of milk and bread. I mean, you can make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, grilled cheese. I mean, you can just eat the bread.
Okay, I guess this is what happens. You can use the bread, for protein or whatever bread gives you. And then when the refrigerator goes out and the power goes out, you put the milk out in the snow. So I guess that's what keeps it cold.
As soon as I hear the weather report, I got to have milk and bread. And you know the crazy thing about it? I don't even drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant. But I feel like if I don't have that milk and that bread in the house, something's bad's gonna happen.
We're scared to death of snow. Southerners are petrified of snow, and this is a survival mechanism, which, I do it too. I don't know why. Even when I do it, I wonder why I'm doing it.
Do Southerners have the best manners? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
I think so.
Only if they have the best mamas. Mama. Sorry. You could have mamas. Yeah, it's 2020.
It doesn't matter if you are a friend or a stranger. We're gonna ask you how you're doing. We're gonna ask you how your mama's been doing. We're gonna ask you how your baby's been doing.
I love a hello and a smile. When somebody takes the time to give me a hello and a smile, you know what that says to me? Hey, I notice you.
I do think we are the most polite and the most caring, but we'll cut a person in a minute too.
If you know Alabama football, Bear Bryant, he used, when they played in a dome, he would take his hat off because he said Mama always said not to wear a hat indoors.
I feel like the manners come from having a deep respect for people who are older than you and who are wiser than you.
Whether it be class, race, gender, sex, whatever, there's always some kind of hierarchy. I just wonder if it's because we like to be kind or if it's because we're just taught that that's how you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what planet you're from.
When I give someone a hello and a smile, I'm making an investment in that person. I'm letting them know, you know what? You matter. You change the atmosphere. So I think that's one of the best things we can do.
Why do Southerners say bless your heart?
Bless your heart can mean 2 different things. Someone either really cares about you or they're throwing some mad shade, and it's more of this bless your heart. You're an idiot.
I'm not a bless your heart person, and I probably should be.
Now, the reason I say bless your heart a lot of times is because I'm being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? Bless your heart. I just want to put you up in the recesses and close you up.
Bless your heart equals, girl, I hope you get it together. And I really do.
I'm praying for you, and you should pray for you, and everyone should pray for you. You need some help.
Why do Southerners talk like that? See, I love this question.
Talk like what?
I'm not really sure.
I have no clue.
Everybody knows what you're saying at this point. You know, what's the point in enunciating? What's the point in ends of sentences? Everybody knows what you're saying.
I grew up in the South, so therefore I have a Southern accent.
Some people say it's like a British accent, like really, really slowed down. And so I play with it sometimes, like, I'm going home. You see?
The different dialects, mostly a lot of the people who settled here, Scots-Irish, plus you have an African dialect. They came here and it kind of all mixed together. And also, I think it's so hot in the South that we tend to talk much slower because it's hot.
You always can find another Southerner because we talk like that.
What's the one thing you shouldn't say to a Southerner? Oh,
You don't like football.
That you never seen Alabama play football.
that all the South's bad, I guess. Probably shouldn't say that.
I am not married to my cousin. It was funny at first, guys. It really was. It's old now. It's really old. And I'm not dating my cousin either, unknowingly.
I would not tell a Southerner to evade or like skip over the history of being Southern. And so to ask Southerners, specifically Southerners that have historically been oppressed, to move on, I find very disrespectful.
I don't think Southerners take criticism very well. Don't try to debate a Southerner either. Basically, just let the Southerner win, because it's not worth your time.
How do you feel about the way pop culture portrays the South?
I'm just like, eye roll.
I absolutely hate it. Every Southerner does not compose themselves like Joe Exotic. Just most of us.
It's incorrect, especially something like, I don't know if I can say this, but Deliverance or something, and you think this is just an insane place that, oh gosh, we can't go down there. But it's not.
And we're more than yes ma'am and no ma'am and y'all and everything like that. I feel like we have a lot of potential. I mean, we have Atlanta.
I think we get a bad reputation sometimes. I think we're a melting pot, especially in Birmingham. I think they portray the South as not as culturally diverse as some other places.
State to state, even county to county, there are so many cultural differences. And so I would like to see more of that in TV and film and theater and culture in general.
A lot of people think that here in the South that races don't get along. But I feel like in a lot of ways it's getting better. Especially like with young people, because their thinking has changed and because their vision is better, that they can usher in new ideas and new atmosphere.
What is one Southern stereotype you want to put to rest?
I think that we're dumb and that we're backwoods, that we're not up to snuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not true.
Most people tend to think that Southerners aren't very smart. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, Southerners in a way, they're kind of a mixture of just, can-do attitude, a little MacGyver in there that can do just about anything. They also want to learn. They are so knowledgeable in so many different things. And you would survive in the woods with these people. You don't need the Survivor Man guy. You just have old farmer guy from Coleman, Alabama, and he'll get you through. Guaranteed.
There are so many annoying stereotypes for Southerners, like they're dumb, or they don't have good hygiene, or all they care about is beer, guns, and football. I think one of the biggest Southern stereotypes that I'd like to put to rest is the fact that we're all inbred. That is not true. I know nobody who comes from that background, and I'm as far away from that as possible. I don't know where that started, but we've got to put that to rest.
I think a big Southern stereotype is that all the women are in the kitchen, barefoot, pregnant, giving their husband 3 meals a day. People pigeonhole us into a gender-specific role, and just expect us to do all of that on top of our regular, top of our careers, and so they just expect that out of us.
No, we're not far enough removed from our racially tinged. No. The idea that the newer generations are carrying all of that hatred on is just not true. I've met so many white people I love and so many black people that aren't taking out ancestors' frustration out on the newer generations.
I guess that we're just bigoted, like that we don't care about anyone else but ourselves. At least for the community that I roll with, that's like the farthest thing from the truth. I feel like I spend the most time with people that have really open minds and are interested in learning more and growing from the things that they already know. Like, I would really love to put that to rest. And I think the best way to do that is probably to vote.
People can think whatever they want to think. It's about who you are. Let them come and see. Let them come and taste and experience the South. And then they can see, exactly what we're about.